I have to be even more critical because you obviously are in ridiculously good shape. Let's have a look at this. What is good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rory Gissing, and this video we're going to do the Rate My Physique. Now, it's not my physique you're rating, so I get a lot of requests and DMs for people that want me to rate their physique and give them critiques on what they can do to improve, or like lagging body parts, for example. So they just want my input and what I feel they should work on the most. So I thought this could make a little series. So this is going to be the episode 1 of the Rate My Physique series. If it's popular enough, it'll get an episode 2, but I will also show you how to enter if you want me to rate your physique. So I actually do it on my Instagram. If you go into my profile, just click on the highlight section, the very first one there, it says Rate My Physique. There's 3 videos giving you instructions on how to sort of DM me your photos in the style that I can actually rate your physique properly with. And that's all you need to do to enter. So let's get on with it. This is episode 1 of Rate My Physique with your Men's Physique IFBB Pro, Rory Gissing. So first up, we have Magnus. We'll go for the front shot first. Pretty good legs. So the first thing that my eye is drawn to straight away is the legs, the quad sweep. So I would say that is your strongest feature. You got a decent vacuum on that. Keep practicing that. That will always help later in life. Now I would say, let's have a look at the back shot. Your back is stronger from behind than it is the front. It's kind of the opposite to me. My lats look more flared from the front than they do from the back. So it is good that you do the vacuum, because I would say you need to improve the V-taper probably the most here. So a little bit more lat flare. The arms can come up as well. You've got a decent chest. It's quite hard to see in the front double bicep, but when you see thickness in the front double bicep, generally that means it's going to be a pretty good chest. But I would say something to work on the most would be your, pardon me, your lats, definitely from the front. From the back, it looks like there is a little bit of thickness to go. So just general back and arms in general, I would say are your 2 points that you can focus on the most. Keep hitting legs, keep smashing legs, because big legs are awesome, but they were definitely your strongest feature. Okay, next up we have Abdou. Sorry if I've absolutely butchered your name. Abdou. We have a back double bicep and a front double bicep. Just straight from the photo, it does look like you could be quite young, because there's you have good shape genetically, but you can see there's not exactly a whole lot of muscle maturity. From this, I just think you just need to pack on more size all over, and that just comes with time. Like, you just need to improve size everywhere. That is going to come with time. I'd say potentially shoulders might be your best feature just from this back double bicep. But yeah, in general, just get some food in you, lift heavy, get some good size, and then potentially come back to me in a year's time. Okay, next up is Thien. I've actually got a video of this going. So straight away, the first feature I see is abs, which is pretty good because it does mean you are quite lean. You hold your posing very well, so you're going to be naturally a very good poser, I would say. But in general, again, you do need to just have more size pretty much everywhere. It is, let's have a quick look at the back shots. Back lat spreads. So you do have good control of your posing. You know how to spread your scapula. You know how to keep your abs in tights. But I would say, just in general, yeah, I would say you're just a bit young at the moment. It's quite hard to say what's the strong features, what are the weak features. I'd say everything does need to come up in general, just thickness everywhere. So again, get a lot of food in you, train hard, train heavy, and just give it time. It just takes time to grow. Okay, and we have our first competitive bodybuilder. I do actually know John. I've trained with him a few times. So do not take any of this offensively. That goes for everyone that I critique. All of this is just my opinion on what I would like to see more of. And of course, being a competitor, I have to be even more critical because you obviously are in ridiculously good shape. So let's have a look at this. Upper shelf is looking good here. So good upper chest thickness, which a lot of people will struggle with. The first thing that I see here is the gap between your legs. Now, your quads are ridiculous, but I would just say stand a little bit closer or do a little bit more adductors, just because there's a gap. There's a gap going on between the center of your legs. I would say that is providing a space which shouldn't be there. If that was filled out, in general, it would look like you have even bigger legs. Because, yeah, like I said, these quads are popping off the bone. So they clearly are there. I would just say that just needs to, that gap between your legs is what needs to disappear. And that goes for general bodybuilding poses. The fewer gaps you have, like the less space that you can see through your physique, if it's all filled out with muscle, that just makes you look bigger. So I would say either the posing, the stance, or just more adductor thickness. The hamstring, I would say your glutes, sorry, not your glutes, your quads are, I'm staring at the glutes, that's why. Your quads are a little bit more powerful than your hamstring. I would like to see a little bit more hamstring to have a complete leg look. Condition isn't an issue. Condition is not an issue. Absolutely peeled, really good separation. Back thickness is decent. I do think you lose a little bit of your back thickness to your lat spreads. I don't know if you're trying to be wide, which is the purpose of a lat spread. You do want to be wide, but again, being hypercritical, when you stand next to someone who can be wide and thick in a back lat spread, it kind of does, you're going to get edged out. So I think there can be a little bit more thickness added to that middle back, but when you look at your back double bicep, there's a, you're carved out. It looks really good. But again, like I said, I'm just being hypercritical. And that is just an area I think will bring a bit more balance to your back because you are super wide. And this is what I mean about filling the gaps in. So look at this back lat spread. There's hardly any space, between the bicep, the forearm, and the lats. The lats fills out that entire space. And that's what makes a physique look very big, very big. And I just think the same could be said to the legs. If you didn't have any space between your thighs, because your adductors are so massive, they sort of meet in the middle, gives you the illusion that you're even bigger. So that's what I would say. It's a little bit different for a back shot because you do spread a little bit further apart. But for the front shots, I do think either a bit more adductor or change the posing so your legs actually do touch and don't force the separating of your legs. So overall, I would say a little bit of posing potentially, because you can see here in the abs and thigh shots, where you do close the gap between your legs, they just look so much bigger and fuller. There is a bit of a difference, I'll admit, when it comes to the separation of your quads between the shots. So when you do have them apart, they can look a little bit more separated. But I would say for the size aspects, I think it is important to find a good middle ground to have your legs. I definitely want to see them touching. In terms of strengths and weaknesses, I would say arms would probably need to come up the most here. You have good arms, don't get me wrong, but it's just there's a lot of roundness, to this physique. Legs are massive. Chest is good, but maybe a bit of a thicker lower chest. Upper chest looks really good, but I would say it's to be wild. I would say I'd like to see a thicker lower chest. Shoulders are huge and round, and again, that just makes the biceps look a little bit, I say biceps, arms in general look a little bit smaller, so you need to bring up your arms to match the size of your shoulders. But an absolutely ludicrous physique nonetheless. Okay, and lastly, we have Jimbo, who is aspiring to do his first show. He did DM me that as well. So I do have to be, again, even more critical if you are looking to get on stage. So here, again, first feature I see are the legs. Legs are thick and they have a decent sweep to them. Let's have a quick flick through these photos. Back shots are good. Okay, so I would say the thing you would need to work on the most would be upper body in general. So chest, shoulders, arms, just to really bring a big upper body to sort of match your legs. Your lower body is quite a bit thicker than your upper body. Your back shot is good in terms of separation, but we just need to have a bit more thickness. Yeah, so I would say in general, obviously keep smashing legs. Legs are definitely the strongest part, but I do want to see more chest, shoulders, arms, and back as well. So upper body, just upper body in general. Pretty shit feedback, I know, just work on everything, but I would say you are unbalanced here, so I would say you do need to work on the upper body a lot more than the lower body, and you'll find that is quite a common occurrence. People do have a dominant lower body or dominant upper body, and the ones who have perfect balance are the ones that actually excel in bodybuilding. So it is normal to have strengths and weaknesses. Don't get me wrong, no one's born perfect. I have my own strengths and weaknesses. I'm the flip, so my upper body is a lot stronger than my lower body. I can hang with the open guys. In fact, when I trained with John, who you saw earlier as the open bodybuilder, I train legs with him and I pretty much keep up, but my legs do not grow the same that his grow. You know what I mean? So yeah, everyone's gonna have strengths and weaknesses, and this is why I'm doing the Rate My Physique, so I can just highlight what you could potentially work on a bit more to have an overall balanced physique. But that is everything for today, guys. If you wish to participate, then join me on Instagram and just shoot me a DM saying that you want to participate. You can give a backstory if you want, but just remember, it's not about the transformation. It's about where you are right now. So I got sent a lot of people saying this is where I started and this is where I am now. Unfortunately, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for what you are, what you look like right now, and what you should do to improve your physique even further. That's the kind of feedback I can give, because I can't really critique a transformation. Of course, you're going to look good, you're going to look better. Like, that's the only thing I can say. If I don't know the ins and outs of your diet plan or anything, there's nothing I can say that can actually contribute towards you improving. So just Rate My Physique is what I'll be doing. And guys, thank you for watching. If you were interested in this, let me know in the comments, because this is the first time I've done something like this. And if you want me to just keep making my own normal content of me working out, going through my workouts, giving you tips about how to bulk properly, how to body recomp, how to get shredded, you know, how to have a bigger, better chest, those kind of videos are my normal videos. Let me know if you just want to just see that in the future, or if you're cool with me mixing up every now and again and doing an episode of Rate My Physique. But that is everything for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.